Number 1. Beat Saber. You probably saw this coming, because Beat Saber is the game that put VR on the map for so many people. Imagine Guitar Hero, but instead of pressing buttons, you're swinging glowing lightsabers and slicing through blocks flying at you to the rhythm of the music. It's simple to learn, but so addictive that you'll end up saying, just one more song for hours. What makes it special is how good it feels. Every slash, every combo, every perfectly timed swing makes you feel like you're inside your own music video. And the best part? Beat Saber just keeps growing. New official music packs drop all the time, covering everything from EDM to rock to pop hits. On top of that, if you dive into mods, there is an almost endless library of songs created by the community. Whether you're showing off VR to a friend for the first time, getting a workout in, or just vibing to your favorite tracks, Beat Saber is the ultimate must-have on MetaQuest. It's no wonder it's the number 1 best-selling game because, honestly, it's not just a game, it's an experience that defines VR. Number 2. Bone Lab. If you've ever wanted to feel the full power of VR physics, this is the game. Bone Lab isn't just a shooter or an action game, it's basically a giant physics playground where almost anything goes. You can swap between different avatars on the fly, from a tiny fast character to a huge heavy one, and each change completely affects how you move, fight, and explore. The campaign gives you a taste of puzzles, combat, and parkour, but the real magic comes from the sandbox mode and the modding community. People are constantly creating new maps, weapons, and even whole game modes, which means Bone Lab is always expanding. One day, you might be fighting waves of enemies with crazy weapons. The next, you're testing wild parkour courses or riding a go-kart in VR. It's unpredictable, it's endlessly fun, and it's the kind of game that shows just how creative VR can get. That's why Bone Lab is sitting near the very top of the MetaQuest bestsellers list. Number 3. Blade and Sorcery. Nomad. Now this game is basically the ultimate medieval combat simulator in VR. If you ever wanted to swing a sword, fire a bow, or cast a fireball, and actually feel the weight and impact of it all, this is the one. The combat is fully physics-driven, which means every strike, every block, every throw feels natural and satisfying. What makes Nomad really stand out on the Quest is how immersive it feels despite being on a standalone headset. You can experiment with swords, spears, axes, shields, bows, and even magical powers, and the sandbox nature of the game means no two battles ever feel the same. Want to fight like a knight? Go for it. Want to sneak around with daggers? Totally possible. Want to blast enemies with lightning and send them flying across the map? Yep, you can do that too. And just like Bone Lab, the modding community is massive. Players are constantly adding new weapons, maps, and even Star Wars lightsabers or Marvel-style powers. It's chaotic, it's brutal, it's endlessly replayable, and that's exactly why Blade and Sorcery Nomad has climbed so high on the MetaQuest bestsellers list. Number 4. Nightclub Simulator VR. If you ever wanted to walk into a wild VR party and just do whatever you want, well, this is it. Nightclub Simulator is a sandbox-style nightclub experience where you can dance, mingle, flirt, fight, or even stir up chaos. This isn't your typical go from mission to mission VR game. The club is alive. NPCs react to you with emotions like joy, anger, affection, or fear, based on how you interact with them. Want to bump into someone, talk them up mid-dance, or start a bar fight? You can. The best part? The mod support is solid. Players add new maps, props, and crazier gameplay elements, so every night in the club can be totally different. Some players say it gets absurd in the best way, people flying, random fights, chaos, and that's part of the fun. So yeah, Nightclub Simulator VR is wild, unpredictable, and a reminder that VR doesn't always have to be serious. Sometimes it just wants you dancing, fighting, flirting, you name it, in a club where you call the shots. Number 5. I Am Cat. Alright, this one's absolutely wild. You're not just playing a cat, you become one. In I Am Cat, you're a mischievous furball roaming Granny's house, getting into all kinds of trouble. Roam freely, jump on furniture, knock things over, steal items, sneak around, or just cause full-on chaos. The perspective is totally cat level. Your eyes are just above the floor. Your limbs move like paws, and everything feels tiny and big at the same time. You'll do quests that make sense for a cat, like hide and seek, puzzles, messing with furniture, even facing off with Granny, or befriending her. What pushes this title higher than many casual VR games is how unpredictable it is. Want to throw cups into the air? Do it. Want to break vases, run across ceilings, or sneak into rooms? Totally possible. And with the recent multiplayer update, you can team up with friends or wreak havoc together in sandbox maps. It's silly, it's chaotic, it's goofy, but that's kind of the point. I Am Cat shows that VR doesn't always need to be serious or polished to be fun. Sometimes, what people want is a VR game where they can just be a cat and mess stuff up. That's why this game has earned a spot at number 5. Number 6. Contractor's Showdown, Exfil Zone. If you think VR shooters are just about run and gun, this one flips the script. Exfil Zone is all about high-stakes extraction. You drop into a mission, loot, fight, survive, and then try to make it out alive. The cool part? You don't just grab loot and win, you have to extract. That means every decision matters. You'll customize your loadout, choose gear, complete dynamic objectives, and navigate a map where enemy squads, AI threats, and tension are constantly lurking. There's proper progression to build up your stash, upgrade your gear, and unlock better loadouts over time. Every raid is nerve-wracking. One wrong move can cost you everything. Many players call it the most intense VR extraction shooter right now. The pressure never eases, even when you're sneaking across a hallway or crossing a street. This isn't just a gunfight. It's a survival mission on edge. That's exactly why. Contractor's Showdown. Exfil Zone is sitting at number 6 on the MetaQuest bestsellers. It's bold, it's risky, and when it works, it feels like nothing else in VR. Number 7. Golf Plus. Golf Plus combines relaxing vibes with surprisingly deep gameplay. You're standing on pristine greens, adjusting your stance, lining up your swing. The physics feel realistic, and the sound of a perfect hit, chef's kiss. The cool thing is that it's not just casual driving range stuff. There are multiple courses, skill challenges, and even a progression system letting you unlock new clubs, environments, and cosmetic gear. Want to test your accuracy under pressure or take part in competitive matches? You can do that. The visuals are chill and beautiful rolling hills, sunlit fairways, wind blowing the grass. It's a game that makes you stop and soak it in. But don't let that fool you. Mastering shot angles, wind, elevation, and club selection takes time and practice. Whether you're a VR newbie or a golf lover, Golf Plus is that perfect middle ground, easy to pick up, deep enough to stick with, and so satisfying when you sink that long putt. That's why it earned the number 7 spot on the MetaQuest bestsellers list. Number 8. Hard Bullet. Alright, buckle up, because this one's a full-on tactical action ride. Hard Bullet drops you into high-stakes missions where reflexes, aim, and planning all matter. It's not just spray and pray, it's about making every shot count. You'll be navigating tight corridors, engaging in gunfights with precise controls, wielding real weapons, virtually, of course, using cover and clearing rooms with purpose. The gunplay is crisp, you feel recoil, weight, and impact. And the enemies won't just stand there. They flank you, suppress, take cover, make you think twice before charging. Hard Bullet also gives you multiple modes, single-player missions, co-op runs, and scenarios that force you to adapt. Want to go in stealthy? Sure. Want to go in all guns blazing? Go ahead, just expect consequences. It's raw. It's intense. It's the kind of VR shooter that reminds you just how immersive a good gunfight can feel when done right. That's why Hard Bullet earned its spot at number 8 on the MetaQuest bestsellers list. Number 9. Ghosts of Tabor. This ain't your grandma's cozy VR experience. Think of it as a brutal, extraction-style shooter mixed with hardcore survival, all happening in VR. It's like if Escape from Tarkov and a serious horror vibe had a baby, and that baby got really into scavenging and intense shootouts. You drop into these huge eerie maps, often based on Chernobyl's exclusion zone, either solo or with a squad. Your goal is simple but deadly. Scavenge for weapons, ammo, food, and high-value gear, take down any other player or AI bot called Phoenix, and most importantly, extract with your loot. If you die, you lose everything you brought in and everything you found. It's permadeath for your gear, making every single raid an absolute heartstopper. The atmosphere is thick. The sound design is chef's kiss for making you jump. Seriously, the tension when you hear footsteps nearby is unreal. If you're looking for an adrenaline rush, deep gear customization, and a high-stakes PvPvE challenge that will test your nerves and your skill, Ghosts of Tabor is it. Go check it out. Peace. Number 10. NFL PRO Era. Listen, if you've ever wanted to be an NFL quarterback, not just control one on a flat screen, but be him, under center, this is the VR game you've been waiting for. This is the first ever officially licensed NFL VR game, and that means all the teams, all the logos, all the real stadiums, it's all in here, and it's awesome. The main draw? Immersion. You're physically calling plays, reading defenses, making the throws with your own arm motion, and feeling the pocket pressure. The gameplay focuses on the quarterback role, so you're the decision maker. You'll be slinging deep bombs, running the 2-minute drill, and even celebrating with your team. But it's more than just a passing simulator. You also get to experience the life of an NFL player. Between games, you can hang out in the locker room, practice your throws in drills, and even check out a virtual Super Bowl ring. It's a full package. If you're a football fanatic with a VR headset, you absolutely need to pick up NFL PRO Era. It's the closest you'll get to stepping onto that field on Sunday. Go check it out. Peace out.